Yeah, well then, Uncle,
Heyo,
finally you,
it's been a
finally
while.
you appear. Yes, you finally appear. Finally, it's about time, man. How's it going? Oh shit, dang it. More about
Dude,
that
right now I'm
later.
just trying to jog my memory of what I was supposed to do next when playing Stellar Blade.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Oh yeah, Happy Turkey Day.
Yeah, yeah, you.
I gotta ask you about something, Chris, and I'm pretty sure it might upset you.
Go ahead.
How do you feel about frozen store-bought raviolis trying to be
Mm.
passed as fresh food in a restaurant, served as a dish, topped
Mm.
with corn?
That ain't sound good because frozen bod ravioli, try to see it, oh, it's authentic. It's not really authentic. You just basically buying frozen food. So because here's the thing, in Italy we don't have no frozen pastas, no frozen lasagnas, pizzas. Those are non-existent basically.
I see.
So they do not really exist because and plus these things are completely if someone saw you like having these things out and about, may God be with you, bro. That's all I'm saying. May God be with you.
Okay, but I'm also saying corn on top of raviolis, and generally speaking, though.
Corn on top of ravioli, that's not good. No, nope, nope.
Two
Oh
different
my
textures
goodness.
that shouldn't belong together, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You get the
two complete
crunchiness and the
different things.
softness. It kind of defeats the purpose of what a ravioli should be.
Yeah, it should not be the case. Ravioli should not have a so it should be like a crunchy, good like it's kind of a side dish. But having corn with it, why? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm saying this because I've been watching Kitchen Nightmares, and I've only been
uh,
on season 2 for the most part. But what's cool, or when it comes
oh
to watching it
really?
on YouTube for free, is that like people leave comments on these episodes, and I see that people
Uh,
were mentioning something about like Amy's Bakery Company, which I wasn't aware of, and th-
oh my god, the two fucking crazy motherfuckers. Fuck them. Nah,
so you were
listen,
aware of
cuz.
these two.
Yeah, Sammy and Amy. Ugh. Yeah, I definitely have heard a lot of things from Amy's Baking Cup. It's pretty much Kitchen Nightmare's most infamous episode, and they did a part two to it. So what happened after and everything. Listen, these
Yeah.
two are a bunch of crazy lunatics. They got Sammy,
Oh,
who's
there's a downstairs this whole time.
you got Amy, who is a absolute fucking psychopath, and you
Meow,
can tell
meow,
by her
meow.
eyes.
Has three
Oh yeah, three
sons.
kittens. Three sons is just basically trapped in the kitten house. Like what the fuck? Come on. The way they treat their customer as a businessman, and the way how they met, I felt like, bruh, y'all two just met each other, and then a few weeks later got married. Like that quickly? Like good God! And dude just basically said, "Oh my," he's trying to thread Gordon Ramsay, "I'm a gangster." It's like, bro, you ain't shit. You ain't,
Dude,
bruh.
never mind all
You've
that.
been
The old dude, he's 60. Well, she was 30 back
30.
either in 2012 or 2016. I'm like, excuse me?
The episode was aired in 2013, by the way.
2013. So I was close there. It was between there.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, around that time period. So, and the thing is, they closed down that shop, but I can't remember that have they opened it or reopened it or not. But she has her own cookbook, and I was like, really, your own cookbook, girl? You
You
are
cannot cook it.
terrible. You are terrible. Like a lot of the food either comes out very sweet, very undercooked, and takes like hours. You are waiting customers like an hour, hour and a half, and people say, "Where the food at?" Your husband is not good with communicating with your customers. At times, in like saying the food is
Heck,
bad, you
he's not
tell him to
even
kick out.
that good communicating with her.
Not at all. He is afraid. I was like, dude, that is your wife. Gordon Ramsay said, bruh, that's your wife. What she like? Jesus fucking Christ. Match made in hell, that's what I'm saying. Just not match made in heaven. Match made in hell, that's what it is. Fuck you know. Fuck that shit, huh? There's a bunch of crazy ass, just absolute insane human beings.
Hmm. Yeah, so yeah, people were mentioning that. So I was like, you know what? Let me just skip right ahead to that episode, skip a few seasons because people caught my curiosity by mentioning it. So yeah, you basically said what I witnessed and what I just said to you about with the whole frozen ravioli being served quote unquote
Yeah.
fresh with corn. That's what I saw.
That is fucking ridiculous. Like, you cannot even make freshly made ravioli if you can't. Baking is something that's really think. And you know something? There's a lot of theories. People be having a bunch of theories of saying that this is always like a scheme. Oh, because all like Sammy's still like working some kind of like he's kind of working some kind of a mob, not a mafia, but in the mob and shit. And
Oh wow.
freaking people saying that those are store bought. Those cakes you see at the very beginning, those
Mhm.
are store bought.
Yeah.
There's no way you're telling me that this is like legit. I was like, if it was legit, I was like, okay, there's a issue. They care about so much about Yelp reviews, so fucking damn much. Well, I still remember that by the way, because I used to watch
Yeah.
Kitchen Nightmare, and that's how like I could remember those. I was like thinking, what in the fuck? And like poor Gordon was right there, and I like how like he said basically to Amy this, you can fool water on your husband, but you can't fool me. I was like, absolutely. And she basically ignored every single thing Gordon Ramsay. She is so like, okay. Amy, she's still stubborn. She's
Mm.
intimidating. She is intimidating. Both of them are intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be
They
quick to stare
threaten their
straight with
own
her.
damn customers.
What you shouldn't do as a business, we should never, ever, ever, ever do as a business. Yelling and screaming and everything and coming out with a kitchen knife, that's not a good business practice. Even though they say they've been around, at that time, they've been around like for 6 years. So they opened in 2006, 2007. At the beginning was there wasn't too much, but then it started coming in, and then saying that these online bullies and like this is before I mean social media was still around, 2013, was getting traction at that point, but they're basically acting like Karens before Karens, you know. This is them
Yeah.
acting like Karens before Karens was even a thing. I was like, why? As a business, you basically bought a baking company, or the husband bought a baking company for his wife, investing a lot of money for it, investing a lot and tons of money of buying this property, which is a lot.
Mhm. Also, like, it's funny that she's a cat lady, and I was curious, so I literally did the curiosity killed a cat in this case, didn't I?
Yeah, I mean it's fun because and have you watched like the second part of it, like the team, working on it, or, the team, going to their speaking company after the episode was aired.
I mean, like,
To see like,
I know they did like what I saw was more of a, I think, I wonder what you're mentioning might be the same one I watched? I don't know, it could be different, because what I saw was a revisit, like an update what they've been doing so far. so not too much changed.
Yeah. That one. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Revisit. Yeah, you're not wrong there. It is actually the it is the revisit episode. So
Oh, so it was a
the
revisit then. Okay, yeah.
yes.
Saying
Because
that
revisit
like,
episode
oh,
tends to
there was
be
we saw someone put a cockroach on our food. How disgraceful! We feel so attacked, and I'm like, you're kidding me, right?
it's like I'm not saying like this shit was like fully planned or fully was all was just a stunt and everything. Here's the thing: after the episode was aired, they kind of got a lot of traction. The place becomes a traction of like, oh, now it's becoming basically
A tourism.
as Amy, yeah, tourist attraction, or basically as Amy puts it, Disneyland's for the freaks. I was like, well, yeah, that's true, kind of. I can't lie. And literally, even I saw like animation, like funny animation videos.
There was
Uh,
even mentions of it, and I was like, how did I miss this? But then again, I never knew like kitchen nightmares was so much of a thing until I found out like, oh, what do you know? Like I can learn so much from like restaurant businesses and how to properly cook and what to do as a chef or whatever. Even though I may not actually commit in doing so, but hey, nothing wrong in learning.
Absolutely.
But still though, I was like, what I think what bothers me when when Amy said that herself, I'm like, okay, why are people want to lose every schmint of their sanity getting up close and personal with them? I mean, like, come on, guys. I would I would not even waste my brain on them.
I think because people just want to troll them, trolling, especially trolling to people. And I think they
Mm,
went on a talk show and talk about this shit. They have like feel like, oh, and Sammy said that the Joy Runner owed me a lot of money. It's like he didn't own you shit. He wanted to help the business and started fresh and new. But you guys are basically, you know, don't want none of this shit. And literally Gordon says this, I can't help people, can't help themselves. Like he's not gonna rage, he's not gonna butt head nothing, he's gonna leave. And he literally walked away for the first
mm-hmm.
time and only time. He
Yeah,
walked away.
and also what also ticks me off is that is that the what was his name? Sammy? Uh,
Mm,
you said right? Okay.
yeah.
Is that he has the nerve to to outright take the staff, like the employees, their tips, just because.
Which is to be honest, to me it feels like you're extorting money from your own employees. That sounds like extortion in my eyes.
Explain to me
It,
what extortion is. I don't think I heard of that term before.
basically, extortion is basically taking basically money from hardworking people and giving it to themselves.
Oh.
Basically, you know how like I rob you. It's basically like kind of like robbery, but instead of like robbing other, like just like robbering, you kind of like taking money. Extortion is taking. Extortion is taking money that's like undeserved for you, like basically like undeserving. Basically, not like, oh, just take your money and that's it. No,
Mm.
you're storing. You definitely just take money from hardworking people. That's what extortion is. And
Okay then.
it's obvious it's illegal in a lot of countries, a lot of places. It's not. It's a no good. It's a no good.
It's a
It's no
big no-no
good.
then. All right.
Yep, that's a felony right there, by the way. So yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. There was something else from those episodes. Oh, especially like the former employees. And finding out that
Mhm.
washing Sammy's car. When when was the last time washing like your boss's vehicles became part of like owning a restaurant? When and how?
I don't know. It's just because the thing is because mind you, he was the only male employee. That's another thing about it. You know
Mm-hmm.
that the place is fully female in
Yes,
the kitchen.
yeah, they mentioned that. I even read people's comments saying that, like, probably because, that Sammy wouldn't want his wife to go for someone more younger, like a theory, if that would, if
Maybe
that could,
could be possible. It
yeah.
could be a possibility.
But what's your thought on that, though?
Because here's the thing, guys. Like I know that a lot of people theorize what's going on and everything. Do I think there's a possibility that all this shit was just like a stunt? Not really. I don't believe it's a stunt. Do that like kind of like they have
Yeah, I refuse to
verification
believe that is
show.
a stunt because when I was explaining this to my parents, like, and I can see where my dad is coming from, and so I'm not steering him wrong by any means because there are
Hmm.
some reality TV shows that
It's
will
all fake.
basic, yeah,
It's
that,
all basically BS. Yeah.
but when watching Kitchen Nightmares, like so far, it feels kind of real so far to me. You
Because
know?
this is why the revisited video existed, because to see if the place is and my favorite one, and it's probably like a very famous meme, is Nino's. Like, hello, my name is Nino. I don't know if you know about that meme.
I don't know. I don't think I don't
It's
think so.
not. I don't think it was. I don't know if it's recent or right now. This is pretty much like episode one that those early seasons or not. Cause I honestly I haven't watched because the Amy's Baking Company, that one right there, that's still in my brain. That right there is still in my dang brain, bro. That is still in my brain. Just being the pretty much the craziest episode of all time. It's basically the most infamous episode that literally everybody and their mother, everybody knows watching that show. They say, "Oh, the Amy's Baking Company." I was like, "Oh," like the most of it, I was like, oh no, not these motherfucking crazy ass people. Oh hell no, not these absolute." You said these two are good for each other. Yeah, yeah. That's actually, what? I agree because you two are fucking absolutely out of your minds.
Yeah.
We got a fucking an old ass motherfucker who's been banned in France and Germany. He's literally banned from these two countries.
Oh,
So he's
yeah. Oh,
banned.
it's speaking of which,
Yeah,
so is it true that he got deported, like in
yeah.
Israel or somewhere?
I think so. Yeah,
Because that I wanted to hear that coming from you because I read people's comments saying that like that he got deported somewhere to be in Israel.
yeah. I do definitely think so. I did come across with that, but again, this is like a long time ago. This is like years ago when I first like heard them because this is the first time in a long time because they like the name Amy's Baking Company just gives me a bad like I was like, oh no, it gives me a bad vibe. It's always give me a bad vibe with those two
Sorry.
because well, no, no, it's okay. It's just there's no bad thing about it. It's cool to talk about, but at the same time I was like, hey, yeah, these two, you and I know, I can guarantee that you and I know that those two are fucked. You and I know that these two are absolutely the most atrocious people like ever. Business practices could be there. Him linked to a mob or something could be possibly true. Um, Even there's some I don't know wild ones saying that Amy and Sam are not married, or maybe these two are just like business partners doing some shit just to get attention, which is I don't believe that 1 second. I do believe they're married,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. It's such a fucked up episode. I can't lie.
Yeah,
And
it
but I
is.
don't.
Especially like the fact that I but see like Gordon Ramsay. Now, aside from Amy's bakery company, I noticed that Gordon Ramsay that he will pick up that yeah, I don't think this person is willing to change at all. I think they're far from redemption. They need to either be let go or maybe I should not help them at all. So
Mm.
so of course I went back to season two, and it seems like he really felt like he wanted to like give up on helping some people who were pretty young and naive. Like it was this hot potato cafe restaurant, but they finally decided to work together and actually come into terms that like yeah we are young and naive, so we need to do something about it, and we do want to be committed, like
That's
to
cool.
take the job seriously. So
Uh
uh
huh.
another some episodes I want to mention is that like oh yeah there were restaurants that they had to let go of their chefs because either they couldn't properly learn how to cook as they thought they would be doing, or that they thought they knew better, or they're too lazy, or whatever it may be. Like the restaurant changes without them, they just get someone else to take charge, to cook. So,
Well,
hmm
yeah. Regardless of the whole, because well, again, I don't know much about the restaurant business and how the inner working is, and I assume definitely the working of the restaurant is pretty much it's like any form of business, and it's I think it's the most bit it's a bit overrated when it comes to like business owning businesses because owning a restaurant is something that you have to have to pay the landlord, then you have to like get the bit get the freaking get the building, get the rights to stuff, and I felt like nowadays a lot of people decide to go to restaurants. I was like, if you're becoming a business person, just don't be like a restaurant owning a restaurant. It's like everybody and their mom doing it. Like, why not own something like gives you long longevity? Like what? Okay, I don't know what's the normal salary for a restaurant worker is, which I don't think it's a good amount, but compared to other ventures, it's nothing. It's just light work.
mm, I see.
Because if I don't know if you remember before because I worked at a hotel, and this is like back when I first met y'all,
All
if
right.
you remember. So, and I got paid decently well, and my boss, his name is David. That's his name, by the way. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a quirky name, David.
No,
So,
don't worry. I mean, like, I have a,
yeah.
I have a friend named David, so there's nothing wrong with that. But it does surprise me that
I
you do have a boss named simply David.
Yeah, David.
I thought he would have
I'm
a
still
more of
in
a fancy name.
contact. But I still contact with him still to this very day. So I still have his number and everything. And tell me that a lot of the people like we're starting businesses. A lot of people go to the restaurant business, and there's not a lot of longevity. And it's a good reason why because a lot of the restaurants from the early seasons have closed down.
Mm,
Just letting yeah. So that it's fully explained that, and that should tell you like if you want to start a business, do yourself a favor. Start a business longevity. Okay, like a movie making business, since you're gonna become like an independent movie maker. You
oh
know,
yeah.
since you tell me, yeah, you tell me this. This is a way better business than a restaurant business. At least that can grow to a multi-billion-dollar thing. You can turn from like an independent thing to become like a like you be with the be with the big leagues. So there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of benefits from that. A restaurant could be good for a set amount of time. There's like a set amount of time that's good, and then you're not gonna have a lot of money coming in, and plus it's gonna be hard to maintain because you
Yeah, I
actually
see what you
wasting
mean. And
money.
I'm gonna need to
Mm,
stop you for a moment. I say this because on the subject
uh-huh.
of restaurants, especially when there's like fast food ones, and just as you know, me and Manny, living in El Paso,
Mm.
even Jesus can confirm this too. There is a bunch of course, like McDonald's. Heck, like too many McDonald's where me and Manny live, close by, especially near at a Walmart. There's literally a
Mm.
McDonald's outside of a Walmart, where that Walmart has a McDonald's inside.
Oh,
It's crazy,
word. Oh,
right?
word. That's great. Indeed.
But aside from McDonald's, though, from McDonald's, the one thing I do need to mention strongly is that like there were some restaurants that used to be around when I was a kid. What heck? This building used to be an Arby's, but then it became something else, and now it became something called Al Tejano. But now it became, get this, a KFC. And the KFC we used to have is now completely a Taco Bell.
Mm.
So you're not wrong. So even
You
fast food
see,
restaurants.
you see, like, oh, okay. Alright, so talk about fast food restaurants specifically, that kind of era. Yeah, they do change. They do go away at some points. They have a specific threshold
Mm-hmm.
when they can't like they. It's not. I wouldn't say what's correct. They're not saying there's no. I'm not saying bankrupt. Being bankrupt, but it's just they felt like the area's not too good, or maybe like we can't like provide not the profit customer we can't like pay our employees well because a lot of people are like coming in. Of course, you have to do what you need to do to bring in more customers, but if you're not good of advertisement, because it's very important to advertise your product or whatever you're selling, if you're not good at
Mm-hmm.
that, why you're in the business? I'm just saying, why in the hell you're even in the business and you've even taught that? Because advertisement is one of the most important. Marketing is extremely important as a businessman. How I know this? I got a goddamn fucking degree in that bitch, and that shit is a must. How the fuck you're not good at marketing? How? There's no way in the hell you
Wow.
never like try to do something. There is even like okay, Instagram, Twitter, like from stores. All of them are businesses, but in different ways. You know what I mean? Like you got the social media business. You got like a business in restaurants. You got businesses in here and there. Businesses is blooming. I mean, come on. Like if we don't know how to at least like try to market, I mean, online. Okay, what people are now using a lot, using the internet. Use advertisements. You see these advertisements coming in sometimes. You see those ads on YouTube. I mean, you don't have to because you have the premium thing, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Yeah. It's like if you don't know how to at least like use advertisement, at least like play for an advertisement, how the fuck you have a business? I'm sorry, you need to know how to advertise because heck, you have to know how to market things. Because without marketing, your business will not, and our people will not. It will hit a glass ceiling that if you're not good at marketing or try, and marketing is try to do something creative, try to do something interesting. I'm not saying being original, but try to at least market your thing to the point that felt oh you have to like it felt like legit, not like a scam. Like
Mm.
oh it's all bullshit, it's all this, all that. That's why you need to know marketing. When if you're a business, marketing should be a thing that you need to know.
Yeah, marketing is clearly important. And I hate to use Disney as
Mm.
an example, but they're the best example for this. Uh,
All right.
Look at what happened to one of the movies in which, look, I'm not saying that people will be going to watch it, especially people like myself, but I am mentioning this particular animated movie that was supposed to be, that is technically an original movie, not a remake, not a sequel. It's called Strange World. They never marketed that much other than their other movies, which I
Mm.
find to be embarrassing.
If you want people to be interested in your product, you have to market it. There are some things that have never been marketed. That's a sign. If they never market that certain thing, that's a sign if it's gonna be bad. How I know
Mm-hmm.
it's bad? Because okay, marketing in different like kind of like form of media might be different. Sure, absolutely, I agree with this one.
Mm-hmm.
But with, for example, like video games and movies and shit. But if I talk about like if I talk about in the form of in now department, you need to know how to marketing it well because otherwise people will lose interest. Thus, less basically all the money you spend on that certain thing, it will on this project will lower and lower and lower and lower to a point that nobody will care anymore. Nobody gives a fuck. It's like, but literally, no one will give an ass, a fly. Basically, nobody gives a crap about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's basically something that people need to understand when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, because you cannot just go all willy-nilly.
Mm. But yeah, so yeah, when it comes so back to the whole restaurant business, because the restaurant, like I said, the restaurant business has so sort of a threshold. Like fast food ones have a specific threshold that they would not like. They're not gonna become like big. Yeah, sure, it's like a branch of a famous. Even if you're a branch of a famous fast food restaurant like a McDonald's or Carl's Jr. or a Kentucky Fried Chicken or
Mm-hmm.
Five Guys, whatever. Eventually, those like places you come to know. One moment is it's there. One moment, where is it? Gone, poof, disappeared.
Mm-hmm.